cousins, welcome to my channel. I am Courtney Noel, and clearly I am Courtney Noel. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you are a OD but a Goldie, hey girl, hey boy, hey, welcome back to my channel. As my Goldies know, if you see this scrub top, this is going to be a nurse related video. Specifically for this video, it's a case management video. So if you are in the specialty of social worker, pharmacist, physical therapist, nurse, working in the case management space and you are interested in becoming a CCM, this video is for you. If you are new to the specialty and it may be one of your requirements for employment, this video is for you. And if you just want to be plain old nosy, go ahead and stay tuned to this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and ring my bell, ring my bell, ring-a-ling-a-ling. Ring my bell so you can stay notified of my weekly videos. Okay, like it says in the intro, and I'm sure you saw from the thumbnail, I passed my CCM on the first try. All glory to Yahweh. Oh my gosh, you guys, this test was no punk. This test was not easy. It wasn't like NCLEX hard, but it was definitely like MCG certification hard. You would have had to have studied in order to pass this test. I don't think that there's any way you can go into this situation or into this test, and it is proctored, without having done some kind of serious study. That's just my take on it, but we'll get into that more later. So what is a CCM? So a CCM stands for Certified Case Manager, and it basically certifies individuals or professionals who work in a case management space. So it's not just specific to nurses. You have social workers, you also have pharmacists, physical therapists, people who work in the case management space who go and get certified as a certified case manager. Some of the requirements, I was looking on their website, is that you have to be licensed. So like I said, RN, licensed, social, licensed, LCSW. They have RX pharmacists as well, and you must be bachelor's or master's prepared. I didn't know that. So you have to have either or, bachelor's or master's prepared, okay? And one of the employee requirements means that you have to be certified or work 12 months full-time case management experience under a supervised, you have to have 12 months of full-time case management experience supervised by CCM, 24 months of full-time case management if you're being supervised, your supervisor is not a CCM, or 12 months of full-time supervisory experience as a supervisor of individuals who provide case management. So those are the requirements, and they also have some caveats if you are self-employed. One thing I will say about this test is that it's not specific to just inpatient or acute care case management. It touches on rehab, it touches on utilization, it touches on Medicare, Medicaid rules, it touches on disability management, and it touches on workers comp case management as well. So if you're a rehab case manager and you never really touched acute care or any of the other sectors, that's why I say you have to study, because you may not know, because that's not part of your daily practice. But once you are attempting, or when you become a certified case manager, you are saying that I can work in any of these specialties. So that's one thing I do want to put out there. When it comes to what I use to study, okay, there are going to be links below, so support the channel. Shout out to people who sending me those super thanks. If this video is helping you at all, send a girl a super thanks, because that supports the channel and it keeps me motivated, okay? It keeps everybody motivated who helps me out. The items that I used to study was, number one, I used this book, CCM Certification Made Easy. This was the main tool that I used. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't take nobody class. I didn't do anything extra. I did join a Facebook group, and I think this lady's Facebook group at that. But I read this book basically cover to cover. She has like quizzes in her final exam, and I took that, and whatever I didn't do good on, I went back and studied. This book is what helped. I'm not gonna even lie, that's why I'm pointing out. This book is what helped me pass the CCM on the first try. I'm not gonna lie to nobody. The link will be below, so you'll have that. And so what I did was, as I was reading through it, I made my flashcards. I'm old school in that way, baby. So I was flashcarded up if I was at work, or if I was doing something, getting my hair done, or if I was somewhere, you know, had to wait at an appointment. I had these flashcards. I had this book, trying to understand, knowing that I really needed to pass this CCM. So the next tool that I also used was the Glossary of Terms. I'll have a link for this below too as well if you want to purchase one. I printed it off. This is from the CCM. You do want to look at this. You don't have to buy a copy. You can use the CCM website. They have a Glossary of Terms and you can go through it. But for me, I'm more of a physical person. I need to touch it to understand it and to, you know, use it. These terms, you do want to look at them because you might have a definition in your mind of what a word means, but it may not be CCM's definition of what it means. So, and this is like, I think, how many pages? 68 pages, and it's a total of about 773 words. And no, I didn't like memorize everyone, but there are terms that I don't necessarily work with every day. For instance, I have worked as a disability manager, so I do understand like return to work status and things of that sort. But when you get to work conditioning, work hardening, work modification, you're gonna wanna know those terms because they are on that test. I'm telling you, every specialty that case management covers, whether it's utilization review, regular acute care management, rehab, disability management, workers' comp, those questions are on that test. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, they're on there. And they also, it's another one that, it's something on there that I was like, oh gosh, this is very different. But the different definitions of care providers, that was a little bit tricky for me, like ACO this and this, because yes, I do work in utilization, but I didn't really understand it prior to the different providers of care. But baby, they get down and dirty with that. So like I said, these are the tools that I use to help me pass the exam on the first try, and the links for all of these will be in the description box. Okay, so how long did I study? I studied for a solid 2 months. Solid. Now, I was playing around with it before, but once I set a date and I paid for it, baby, I was like, okay, I only like to take tests one time. I know that's a lot of pressure to put on yourself, but I'm not gonna lie to nobody. I like to get in there. I like to get it done. Normally, because my life is like jam-packed with things I need to do, so I have a short amount of time to focus on this to get it done before I'm on to the next thing that I need to do. And that was the case for this. Like when I studied, I got my CCM last year, 2022 August. I've had it for a long time, y'all ain't gonna lie. But I think it was 2022, sometime August, like summer, fall in that area. And I had a set time to get it done because I needed to move on to something else. And y'all, I was studying up something, and I went in just straight study mode. I didn't tell anybody when I scheduled my exam. I just went up to those people thing and I took it. And the exam for me was proctored. I had to go to an actual facility. And those places always make me feel nervous because it's like, girl, if it's like you turn to the left wrong, they want to fail you. So to me, it heightens the test. Now, this is a pass-fail test. I was trying to figure out how many questions do I need to get, but I never found the answer. Now, tell me if you found the answer. You put it in the comment box. This test, I think, is 125 questions. And you got to take 125 questions, and you do get test fatigue. You do get test fatigue with this test because I was sitting there and like a certain amount of these tests, these questions are just for information purposes. They don't even count towards your goal. And they don't give you a percentage. They just tell you if you passed or if you failed. That's it. It's a lot of questions, and I did get test fatigue. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. But it's doable. If you study, if you're reading your CCM Made Easy book, if you are doing those things, your flashcards, that's how I learned, and you're in their Facebook group and just continuously studying and feeding your mind and understanding where you need to work on and just reading that information over and over again, it's doable. You could pass it, but it's not an easy thing to pass. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. So let's talk about the benefits of why you should get the CCM. So it's a voluntary test. Like for my position, I work as in denials and appeals now. Been doing that for a while. But for my position, it's not required. The MCG certificate is required, but for my position, it's not required to have a CCM. But what I figure is that when you become a CCM, it makes it easier to, number one, be marketable, and also, say for instance, you never know what happens. Things happen in life, and if I have to move on from my role that I'm in, I can still command the salary. And why can I still command the salary? Because I have the experience and I have the case management certification. And also, if I wanted to do some consulting work, which I do on the side, I needed my CCM. Especially if you guys want to work in the workers' comp space, you have to have your CCM. That's just it and all. So that was my rationale. I was praying about it, and God was like, yeah, go ahead. Holy Spirit was like, yeah, go get your CCM, because now I'm solid in case management. I can certify and say, baby, I'm a certified case manager, and this is my pay. This is what I want. Okay. Also, depending on, say for instance, you guys are always thinking like being able to be fluid and be able to make money and make sure that I'm fulfilling my responsibilities. And I was thinking, like, if I ever had to travel again, of course I would travel as a case manager. In some states, in order to do that, I believe California is one, you have to have your CCM. So I was just setting myself up for success, which I was led by the Holy Spirit to do so. So those are the reasons why I did it. But there are lots of benefits to it. Like I said, if you are trying to transition to different roles, if you want to make sure that you can command certain salaries in different rooms, if you want to have your own consulting business, it's good to have the CCM. It gives you access to a lot of different things within the profession, and maybe at your job you might get paid more because you're a certified case manager. So it's just a matter of weighing the benefits versus the pros and the cons. Let me just say, it's a matter of weighing the pros and cons and why it would be beneficial for you. For me, it was for me to set up for success. It's not required. I didn't get paid more. I don't even think they reimbursed me for it. But guess what though? If I ever had to pivot, I could still command my salary, which is what my main goal was. And I know me, sometimes I don't have time to really sit down and buckle and focus on learning and studying this. So I had the time at that particular point in my life, so I just went with it. And that's basically it, guys. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comment box. I still have my UR templates for sale if you are a utilization review nurse and you're struggling, or maybe not struggling, you just want to be more efficient. My utilization review templates are for sale in the description box. And most importantly, guys, you know this. I love you, but Jesus, he loves you so much more. God bless you.